I'm Mysterio, or Mr. Spider. I have your helmet on. What you gonna do about it?
All aboard!
What's up, guys? Back with another Spidey animated series figure, and it's the Marvel Legends Retro Mysterio. I actually like the look of this one a lot better than the previous comic Mysterio Legends. Oh, and how about that Hasbro PulseCon event, huh? It was pretty cool, I think, but dang did they reveal a lot of stuff. So much cool stuff coming in 2021. Oh, and speaking of cool, my merch samples came in, and I'm very satisfied with how they came out. They look pretty sweet, so stay tuned for a merch reveal video very soon. But anywho, let's go and get started with the review. Starting with the box, I'm gonna give that awesome retro Spider-Man animated series look, which I so dig. And then here's the back with some more awesome glam shots, and apparently his fishbowl comes off. I didn't realize that. I wonder if the other one did that too. And then the bottom with the UPC and the other figures. And there he is, guys, out of the package. The mysteriously mysterious Mysterio. I mean Mysterio. Now, surprise, surprise, just like the package said, that the little fishbowl and cape actually come off, and that's actually really cool. I don't know if the other one did that, but I know this one does, so that's pretty awesome. Now, I'm just gonna leave this cape off for now since it gets in the way of, you know, close-ups and stuff. You can't really see the back as well, but we will get back to the cape later. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at his noggin. All right, now starting with the head, it's actually really cool looking. It's just a bunch of clear, kind of tealish green plastic. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a feature of the figure or if they just needed a head to stabilize the fishbowl, but it does look pretty cool and kind of generic too. Or actually, it kind of looks like Peter Parker's face. Actually, they reused it. They put a little glitter on the inside as well, as you can see, so that's pretty interesting. Really hard to see the details because it's so clear. Now, what's interesting is the hair is actually a separate piece. I have to put my fingers back here, otherwise you just see right through it and you see no details. But the hair is actually a separate piece. As you can see, they glued it on there, so I guess it's a feature. I don't know. It looks cool. And moving into the body, we get his awesome green suit, and I really love how they gave kind of a black wash over it, so it really emphasizes those little hash lines into his suit. It's got a great sculpt overall as well, just, you know, typical muscle suit, and that green suit just goes all the way over his body and to his legs. As you can see, the black wash goes along with it. It just looks really great. I definitely love this. Definitely a lot better than the other comic Legends Mysterio we had. Now, I never did get that other comic Mysterio because I didn't really like the way it looked, but based on pictures, it looks like they used the exact same sculpt minus the head. Looks like the other one came with kind of a skull, and it is just fine, except they did a better job on the paint here, because check this out. Because of the black wash and the hash marks, you barely can even see the joint. Look, he's got a waist joint there, and he's got his thigh swivel there, as you can see. You just barely see it because of the little, you know, hash marks and then the black wash. So definitely liking the figure. And of course, these gauntlets look amazing with their gold. I love the details there. I mean, it kind of looks like a lantern or something, but still looks pretty cool. Got his golden hands with some marbling, but it looks great in this one. Same thing with the other side. Looks awesome. Really like it. Now, it looks like it should rotate, but it does not, so don't rotate it because it might break. It probably will break if it rotates, so yeah, don't rotate it. And his boots have that nice gold as well. The sculpting's pretty simple overall, but effective and still looks nice, and the marbling is actually minimized on the boots, surprisingly. Then there's a bottom of the feet with the peg holes. Now, it looks like this should rotate, like, you know, because it kind of moves, but it's also pretty stuck, so I don't think it's supposed to rotate, so I'm not going to push it because it will tear if it's not supposed to. And going into his cape now, it's actually really big, and it's just really well done cape. Not as good as McFarlane's, but still good cape. He's got a nice pearly fish dome here, which is actually glued right onto the cape, so you can't remove that, or you can, but then you'll tear the glue off. And I don't know why, but mine, as you can see, it's, I don't know, is it just me or is it lopsided? It looks like it's kind of going blip instead of a perfect curve, so yeah, I don't know. I may have gotten a defective one. Or perhaps Spidey just kicked him in his dome so hard that it got warped. Yeah, you sit there, Venom. You just sit there. I'm watching you. Anywho, back to the cape. You got some nice detailing on the inside there, as you can see. Got some nice sculpting, but on the other side, it's just flush and smooth. So that's kind of interesting. And it's nice and floppy too, super flimsical. And you got some nice gold paint applications on his little connectors, I guess you'd call them, but no paint on the inside, which is fine because this is the front. You don't see the inside. Then you got the little peg right here, which connects to Mysterio's back hole right here. And attaching it's as simple as shoving it onto his head there like so, and then getting that little peg hole and just connecting it right into the peg the peg into the peg hole, and there you go. It's connected to Mysterio, and it stays on pretty well overall. It doesn't fall off when you turn them upside down, so definitely great. And a plus too is since it comes off, you can put it on other figures and turn them into Mysterio. I'm Mysterio Bat. Roar! Poof! Does this work? I'm not really sure this works here. It looks kind of weird. Yeah, I don't think this works. Alright, and then cape off again so we can get into articulation land. His Nobu noggin spins in a circle and has some pretty good side to side as well, and then it goes that far up and that far down quite a bit. You can put his chin in or his chin out, your choice. His arm rotates in the usual circle, shoulder goes up about that high, pretty impressive. Got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, which semi gets hindered by his little gold cuff there. You can kind of overcome it a little bit and do that, but overall it's not bad. Then his hand spins the usual circle and does the flap, do, do, Earl, and his torso pivot here goes about that far back and that far forward. Nothing too impressive, just standard. He's got the waist swivel, and his leg goes way forward, which is quite impressive, but not very far back, which is not impressive. He's got the standard unimpressive legend splits, the rotating thigh joint, the double jointed knee, and then the rotating football that goes that there, and then that there, and then back there, and then there, and there, and there, and there. You get the point. And for accessories, he comes with his little Mysterio poofy spazzers here. They're both actually different. This one has kind of like an octopus tentacle to it, as you can see. Pretty nicely sculpted in detail, but just hard to see because it's just transparent and all. Then he's got some little kind of clouds and stuff, and then this part's actually soft, and then this part gets really hard, so it's just multi-hardness. And then this other one has a bunch, gotta put my hand back there so you can see it, has more cloud bubbles there, and then instead of octopus tentacles, it looks like he's got a snake thing coming out of there. So yeah, the octopus and snakes. And it's pretty stiff overall too, depending on which portion you try to bend. And according to the product shots, you just put it on like this here. The snake leg goes on the right leg and the octopus goes on the other one. And then he looks just like that, which is pretty cool. But the truth is, honestly, you can put it wherever you want. Here it is on his arms here, so he can have that kind of like a, woo, I'm blasting you with Mysterio-ness look. And then here he is choking himself with it, just making Spidey's job a whole lot easier. And for some comparisons, here he is next to some Marvel Legends Spider dudes. Here he is next to some more Marvel Legends. You guys remember the Apocabath Thanos, right? Yeah, he's still got the Apocabath leg. Here he is next to the Marvel Select Venom and the Legends Venom. Pick your poison. Here he is next to some McBatlins. And finally, here he is next to Halo. And the Baroness? Where'd she come from? Well guys, overall, I'm really liking this Mysterio figure, like a lot. Everything about him is just fantastic, and dare I say, magical. Now you may be looking at this scene and thinking, wow, Mysterio took them all out, and well, you could think that if you want, but honestly, this is just what my studio always looks like after the comparison section. The more toys I review, the bigger the pile, and this time I just decided to put it on camera. And then after the review, I have to clean this all up. Every time. But it's okay, it's worth it. But anywho dudes, stay tuned for some more reviews because I got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming, like way too much. I mean, I got the Deadpool Legend, some of the new McFarlane Batmans, Star Wars Black Series, G.I. Joe Classified. I'm going to try to hunt down some of those new Jazzwares Wicked Cool Toys Halo figures. And I may just be reviewing the Black Widow Barbie, or 12-inch Mezco. It's just a 12-inch Mezco, or budget priced Hot Toys. Yeah, we'll go with that. And all that on top of my schoolwork. Okay, I may not be able to get to all of those, but I'll pick the best one. Oh, and don't forget about the merch. Merch. I'm so excited about that. They actually turned out really well. Can't wait to show you guys. But until then, sayonara, which is Japanese for peace.